It's Sunday, June 19th, 2016, Father's Day. For all you fathers out there, thank you for tuning in and enjoying a beautiful afternoon of baseball with the Bristol Blues and the visitors, the Brockton Rocks. On the bump for the Blues today will be number 38, Brandon Fox. He's 2-0 with a 1.63 ERA. He's got 8 strikeouts to 4 walks, only 2 earned runs on the season. Less than a 1 whip, it is at .91. Defensively, behind the big righty from Central Connecticut State today will be Austin Chauvin at third base, Tyler Roberts at shortstop, at second, Nick Conti, at first base, Andrew Kendrick, behind the dish, Chris VR. In left field today will be Jimmy Brown Jr. In center, Lorenzo Arcuri, and rounding out the defensive alignment for the Bristol Blues will be the right fielder from Brooklyn, New York, Christopher Morris. Leading off today for the visitors will be their shortstop, Dylan Cooper. Blues donning their home whites today. White pants, white jerseys, Blues scripted in cursive across the chest, with a red number on the front and a big blue one on their backside. Cooper stands in for the Rocks, middle of the batter's box as he gets set to go. First pitch, missing just a bit outside, 1-0. Blues find themselves in second place in the FCBL Western Division, 9-6 on the young season. Second pitch of this afternoon's game is a fastball in on the hands, lifted high, up, and out of play, 1-1. Dylan Cooper is a 6'1" sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina. Plays his college baseball at NC State. Twirls the bat around a couple of times, gets set, and he's ready to go. The 1-1 pitch is on its way. Slider, outside corner. It's hammered down the right field line. That one will hook foul and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brandon Fox working ahead of the leadoff hitter today, Dylan Cooper. Picture perfect day for baseball. 73 degrees outside, not a cloud in the sky, and the boys are enjoying America's pastime. The 1-2 pitch is a curveball that misses beneath the strike zone, a little bit outside as well. Now 2-2. Fox works that first base side of the rubber. 2-2 pitch is fouled into the Blues dugout. Play made there by manager Pat Riley. Count's going to stick, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cooper awaits the offering from Fox. Curveball didn't miss by much. Must have been up in the strike zone. Now the count runs full. Lengthy leadoff at bat here for Brockton. 3-2 pitch is grounded in the hole. Roberts will slide, make the play, come up and throw. Throw is off the bag. However, it'll go down as an infield single. Not much Roberts could do there. Good play to slide, backhanded in the hole, came up firing. Even if the throw was on line, it would have been a base hit. Chase Smart is now the batter for Brockton. Number 10, Smart, the batter. Another righty, back-to-back righties to start off this ballgame. Number 30, the right fielder, Eric Feliz, on deck, also a right-handed swinger. First pitch swing, and this one deep to right center field. Morris will lay out and make the play. Phenomenal play in right center field there by Chris Morris, taking away extra bases from Chase Smart. First pitch fastball was absolutely hammered to right center field. Got a great beat on that one. Did Chris Morris. He was able to track it down, lay out, and make the play. Brandon Fox gives a tip of his cap to the right fielder from Manhattan College. Retreating back to first base was Dylan Cooper. And now Eric Feliz to bat for the Rocks. Over at first base, Cooper has a decent-sized leadoff. He's not getting too much. First pitch fastball is up and in on the hands of Feliz. He will swing at it, lift it, up and out of play, down Muzzy Street into the local neighborhood, 0-1. Chauvin even with the bag here at third base today for Bristol. Time now being called by the infield umpire as they await Chris Morris to tuck his jersey back in and fix his belt buckle. Looks like he's ready to go. You can take all the time you want after making a play like that out in right field. The 0-1 pitch is up and on its way. Curveball, buckles the knees, looked like it missed a little bit inside. Flea's not looking curveball there. You could tell by the way his knees buckled as he saw it out of the right arm of Brandon Fox. Fox now comes set at the belt buckle, kicks up and delivers. Line shot left field right at Jimmy Brown Jr. He will camp under it and make the play. 2 outs here in the first inning for the cleanup hitter, Chris Berry. Chris Berry will be the first lefty in the lineup. North Florida college product, 6 foot, 200 pounds from Seminole, Florida, Christopher Berry. Lefty stands in with a slightly open stance. Evo shield on the left arm. Twirls the bat around a couple of times, gets ready to work. Runner is off with the first pitch. Villa struggles to get the ball out of the glove. However, a very strong throw down to second base. This is Chris Villa's first start for the Bristol Blues behind the dish this season. Just came over into a Blues uniform a few days ago. Struggled to get the ball out of the glove. The transfer a little bit difficult, but showed off a rocket arm. That's something the Blues could use. Struggling to throw runners out at second base. 1 ball and no strikes. Man on second. Brockton threatens here in the first. This is a shot to left center field. Arcuri will go, lunge after it, and not be able to make the grab. Rounding first and heading into second is Chris Berry. That is a 2-out RBI double off the bat of Christopher Berry to give Brockton a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. Cooper led off the ball game with a single, stole second, and comes around to score on that double off the bat of Chris Berry. So Brockton gets the first run of this ball game. And now the batter, Trent Turner, the left fielder for the Brockton Rocks. Trent Turner will be a senior next season at Memphis. This Brockton team full of major college Division I program athletes. First pitch out of the right arm of Foxy. Misses up high out of the strike zone, 1-0. Turner with the very open stance. He's got an elbow guard on the front left elbow. Long gray pants to go with the blue top with 2 red sleeves and red numbering and lettering across the chest. Ball in there by Fox is called a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Brockton leads Bristol 1-0. Fox now sets, checks second twice. Now make that 3 times before delivering. Curveball, this one lifted high, up, and out of play. 1-2. Brockton struggling a little bit. Lost their last 2 games. They're 7-9 on the season. They dropped both games yesterday against the North Shore Navigators in a day-night doubleheader. They now travel here to historic Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut, looking to garner 1 more win closer to 500. Fox and the rest of this Bristol Blues team doing everything in their power to avoid letting that happen today. Last night, the Blues traveled to Wachusett to take on the Dirt Dogs, where it took a late 3-run home run off the bat of Andrew Kendrick to give the Blues the lead. They did not surrender a run and ended up capturing that victory 5-2. Flash forward here today, and it's a 2-ball and 2 strike count to the left fielder, Trent Turner. Turner awaits Fox's delivery. This one in on the hand, skied in the middle of the infield. Tyler Roberts calling everybody off, and we will make the play. Brockton gets 1 in the top of the first inning. Blues to bat, bottom of the first, coming up next. Bottom of the first inning here from Muzzy Field, Blues to bat. Leading off for Bristol today, the center fielder, Lorenzo Arcuri. Batting second, the second baseman, Nick Conti. Batting third, the third baseman, Austin Chauvin. Batting fourth for the Blues will be Andrew Kendrick. First pitch here to Arcuri, right at the knees, called a strike, 0-1. Batting fifth, the designated hitter from Marist College, Frankie Gregoire. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Chris Morris. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 5, Tyler Roberts. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Jimmy Brown Jr. And rounding out the lineup for the Blues today, Chris Villa. The 0-2 pitch here to Arcuri. Jake Hamilton kicks up and delivers the left-handed motion. Hums a fastball in there, misses a little bit too far inside, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to count to Arcuri. Hamilton shaking off his battery mate, Anthony George, quite a bit here early on, especially for it only being the first batter. Now he will rock back into a subdued motion. This fastball does catch the inside corner. Arcuri is cut down on strikes, looking to start off the bottom of the first inning. Nick Conti, the batter now for Bristol. Conti takes a first pitch fastball at the knees, over for a strike, 0-1. Conti off to a pretty good start this season, a .316 average and 38 at-bats. This fastball brushes up a little bit too far inside. It clips the jersey of Nick Conti, and he'll be awarded first base hit by pitch in the best way possible. Doesn't even get to feel it. Nicks the jersey. He takes a nice little stroll over there to first base. Raises the on-base percentage. Everybody's happy for the Bristol Blues right now, except for maybe the Brockton Rocks. Man on first, 1 out for Austin Chauvin. He'll stand tight to the plate at the back of the right-handed batter's box. Hamilton really gets out in his left-handed motion, extends the hands early as the leg is still up at its balance point before releasing and coming forward toward home plate. Hamilton will set. The sophomore next season at the University of Kentucky picks off back to first base. This throws a little bit up the line toward the right field corner. However, coming off the bag and making the play is Chris Berry. Bottom of the first inning, Brockton leads Bristol 1-0 as Austin Chauvin will ground one deep in the hole at short. Unable to come up with that one is Dylan Cooper. It'll skip right into the glove of Trent Turner, the Rocks left fielder. Another base hit for Austin Chauvin. The Blues have something brewing here in the bottom of the first. Men on first and second, 1 out for Andrew Kendrick. Kendrick with the big blast last night, the 3-run home run, gave the Blues the lead, and they did not look back from there. Bristol took one away from the Wachusett Dirt Dogs last night and moved their record up to 9-6 on the season. Good for a .600 winning percentage, looking to only see that climb today after a victory here against Brockton. Kendrick takes a first pitch fastball outside corner, called a strike. 0-1. For the ballgame, talking to Andrew, he wanted to make sure I wish his father, Tom Kendrick, a very happy Father's Day. Told me he loved and missed you and looking forward to seeing you out at a ballpark this summer. Hamilton will set, check second base once, and deliver. Off-speed pitch out in front of that one a little bit was Andrew. Now 0-2. Kendrick sees an 0-2 fastball. Miss way outside. Sliding after that one there was the catcher, Anthony George. Caught that one halfway in the left-handed batter's box. 1-2. One ball and two strikes to Andrew Kendrick, the Bristol Blues first baseman. A little bit tardy on that one was Kendrick. Fouls it off behind home plate. Count's going to stay. One ball and two strikes. First baseman Chris Berry in the back pocket of Austin Chauvin over there at first base. He's able to extend an extra step or two. Shortstop behind Nick Conti. He now extends another step for his lead. Kendrick broken back, ground ball up the middle. Second baseman fields it, steps on the bag, throws it over to first. That'll be a 4-3 double play. Broken bat, ground out into a double play there by Andrew Kendrick. We head to the top of the second inning. Blues trail the Rocks 1-0. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Top of the second inning here from Muzzy Field. Due up for Brockton, Ben Porter, Jake Murata, and the catcher, Anthony George. Brockton was able to scrape across the run in the first inning. Leadoff base hit off the bat of Dylan Cooper. Then stole second base and came around to score on the two-out RBI double off the bat of the first baseman, Chris Berry. Fox will hum one in there, and Villa will throw it down to second. The boys will throw it around, and the second inning is now underway. Now batting for the Brockton Rocks, number 31, Ben Porter. Porter, the center fielder for Brockton. Sophomore at Columbia, the 5'10 righty from Columbia. Ben Porter stands in. Taking a first pitch fastball, up at the right arm goes the home plate umpire, 0-1. Fox deliberately kicks into the motion. The 0-1 pitch misses the zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. Defensively behind Fox here today, Kendrick at first, Conti at second, Roberts the shortstop, and Austin Chauvin at third base. In the outfield, Christopher Morris, who made a great diving play in the first inning, in right. In center, Lorenzo Arcuri, and in left field today, Jimmy Brown Jr. Fox looks in, pierces over the glove. Now kicks back into the motion, the 2-2 pitch. Grounded softly to third. Chauvin will charge hard. Field, make the throw to first, and it'll skip in on Kendrick. He will be unable to pick the ball. Let's see who they give the air to. As unfortunate as it is, it looks like that air is going to go to Austin Chauvin. E5 on that play for those of you scoring this one at home. Ben Porter reaches on an error by the third baseman, Jake Murata, number 18, now batting for the Rocks. Murata sporting some nice red stirrups today. High socks. feet about shoulder width apart. He shows bunt, stabs at it. It goes up and into the screening behind the dish. No balls and 1 strike. Chauvin playing even with the bag here at third. Kind of surprised to see any team laying down a sacrifice bunt this early on in the ball game. But Brockton may be playing just to get a couple runs early and see if that can hold, as Jake Hamilton looks like he's got his ace stuff on the bump today. Fox sets and delivers. Line shot down the first base line. That one will get down in fair territory. Going from first to third is Ben Porter, and coming into second base now is Jake Murata. Shows bunt, unable to get it down, and then he just smacks a line shot double down the first base line. Runners on second and third, nobody out for Anthony George. Brockton with 3 hits early on in the ball game. They already lead Bristol 1-0. And they're threatening here in the second. 2 men on, nobody out, and the catcher, Anthony George, due up. Corners are in. Middle pinched back. Foxy sets, kicks up, and delivers a first pitch curveball. Blocked there by Villa. Keeps it in front of him. Runners don't go anywhere. Count is 1-0. One ball and no strikes. This fastball dots the outside corner. Great pitch there by Brandon Fox. Stuck it there, did Villa. Got the call from the home plate umpire. It's 1-1. Fox looks in for an extra beat. Gets the sign, now comes set at the belt buckle. Checks second once and delivers. Foul ball off the padding behind the dish. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Fox finds himself ahead in the count against the catcher for the Brockton Rocks, Anthony George. Fox nods in agreement with the signal. Time called there by the catcher. Count is 1-2 for number 9, George. Fox taking his time on the bump today. Kicks up and delivers this one. Smothered once again by Villa. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That curveball bounced right after it crossed that outside corner of the plate up into the chest protector of Villa. Able to knock it down, keep it in front. Ben Porter not going anywhere at third base. Outfield for Bristol playing straight up. The deepest outfielder is the right fielder, Chris Morris. Elevated fastball here. Hit up, out of play, and caroms with a car parked on the street parallel to Muzzy Field. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Doesn't look like there was much damage. Maybe a little dent, but nothing a little elbow grease can't fix. Count stays 2-2. 2 men on. We're in the top of the second inning, and the Blues trail the Rocks 1-0. Second inning, as always, is brought to you by the Bristol Press. A big hit every day. Line shot to right field. Charging hard is Morris. He will dive and unable to make the play. He will now pick it up and throw it into second to try to get the runner. They do. He is out at second base. Anthony George tried to scamper into second base. Good effort there by Chris Morris. Laid out on a sinking line drive, able to get the glove on it and knock it down to keep him in front. As 1 run, Ben Porter scores. The man at second, Jake Murata, only advanced 90 feet, and Anthony George, whom tried to get to second, was cut down on the throw by Morris for the first out in the inning. So there'll be a man on third, 1 out, And a 2-0 ball game. Brockton leading Bristol early on in this one. Infield drawn in all the way around. First pitch curveball. This one, outer half of the plate, called a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Fox now sets, checks home plate, and delivers another curveball. Back-to-back deuces out of the right arm of Brandon Fox. Let's see if he triples up here or decides to try to dot a fastball on the outer corner. Jackson Strange, the designated hitter, batting in the 9-hole today for Brockton. Cues one off the end of the bat. Fox fields it, runner not going anywhere at third. He will flick it over the first baseman, Kendrick, and just like that, 2 outs, a man on third base, and the lineup rolling over for Dylan Cooper. Dylan Cooper singled and came around to score in the first inning, getting his second at-bat in this ballgame in the second inning. First pitch, swinging deep down the right field line. That ball will hang up there, and Morris will come down with it. 1 step in front of the warning track. Brockton gets another one. It's a 2-0 ball game, and the Bristol Blues to bat in the bottom of the second inning. Now batting for the Bristol Blues, the designated hitter, number 31, Frankie Gregoire. Frankie would like to wish his father and grandfather, Frank and Henry Gregoire, a very happy Father's Day. Now Frankie will stand in the right side, slightly open stance, ready to swing against the lefty from Kentucky, Jake Hamilton. Takes a first pitch changeup over for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled behind home plate, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Frankie Gregoire. Hamilton shakes a couple of times. Surprised Frankie hasn't called time and got up on his own time yet. He does. It looked like Hamilton had zero intentions of throwing a pitch there, just waiting for Frank to go up with the right arm and call time. He obliges and now waits for the 0-2 pitch. The 0-2 is a fastball that misses up and out of the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to number 31, Frankie Gregoire. Frank takes a changeup that misses low, scrapes the dirt there. 2-2. On deck for Bristol is number 14, Christopher Morris. Frank gets a fastball and shoots it down the right field line. An absolute seed in the picnic area. The kids scatter around, and now one of them will be lucky enough to find it and go home with a souvenir. Frankie laced that line shot down the right field line into foul ground. Count stays 2-2. This one grounded to short. Routine play for the shortstop, Dylan Cooper. He picks it up at the shoestrings, comes up with it, and makes the play across the diamond to his first baseman, Chris Berry. 1 up, 1 down. Gregoire goes down 6-3 for those of you scoring this one at home. Now batting for Bristol, number 14, Chris Morris. Morris, the very open stance, hunched over at the waist. Very deliberately kicking into the motion there is Jake Hamilton. Him and Brandon Grover, some of the slowest working starters we've seen all season in the FCBL. Really take their time in their set, wind up, and delivery. Unable to find the strike zone with 2 straight here, and now the count is 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Morris shoots one in foul ground. That's a foul ball. 2-1. Still a good fastball hitter's count here for Chris Morris. 2 balls, 1 strike. Going to sit fastball. If he gets one, look for him to hammer it the other way. Hamilton shakes off the first sign, agrees on the second. Morris gets a fastball and laces it to right center field. Coming over to field it on a hop is Ben Porter. Second hit of the ball game for the Bristol Blues is now off the bat of Chris Morris. Tyler Roberts, the Blues shortstop, now to bat. Morris, the runner at first base, very small leadoff. Roberts, first pitch swinging, line shot right back up the middle. Tyler Roberts with the frozen rope to center field. You could have hung laundry on that one, folks. Line shot right back through the box over the head of the pitcher, Jake Hamilton. 2 men on, 1 out for Jimmy Brown Jr. Brown will stand in the back of the right-handed batter's box. 2 men on and 1 out. First pitch here to Jim. Takes outside 1-0. Jimmy shot me a text before the ball game, wanted to make sure I gave a special shout out to his dad. Happy Father's Day from Brownie Jr. Love you, Dad. So he's thinking about you today. Hopefully you can get yourself a base knock for his pops on Father's Day. Second pitch of the AB is a curveball. Catches the outer third. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Morris extending his lead off over here at second base. Gets a huge secondary. Brown throws his hands at it, shoots it to right field. The right fielder will make the play, and Morris tags up to second base. They're going to appeal at second. Did he leave too early? They say he did. Chris Morris left second base too early, and they get him out on the appeal. Pat Riley now having a couple of words with the infield umpire, but that will end it. We head to the top of the third inning. Coming up next with a precarious double play ball off the bat of Jimmy Brown Jr. Top of the third. Coming up next, Blues trail 2-0. Top of the third inning, Smart, Feliz, and Barry due up for the Rocks. They lead Bristol 2-0. Fox works that first base side of the rubber here with the first pitch in the top of the third. It is a curveball. The lollipop curve over for a strike. 0-1. No balls and a strike here. Ground ball right back up the middle, off the mound, skips into center field. Leadoff base hit there for Chase Smart. Eric Feliz to bat with a man on and nobody out. Smart flew out to right in his first at-bat. Second AB smacks a single right back through the box into center field. Eric Feliz now the batter for Brockton. He flew out to James Brown Jr. in his first plate appearance. This curveball skips in there, nicks off the side of the gear of Chris Villa down toward the Blues dugout. Advancing 90 feet here is Chase Smart. He's in scoring position with nobody out in the third inning. Brockton's got one in the first, one in the second, and now they threaten here in the third inning. Ground ball to short. Roberts eats it up. He will make the play. 6-3. Down goes Feliz. The runner at second, unable to go anywhere. Still in scoring position. Chris Berry had the RBI double in the first inning. The lefty now comes to the dish once again for Brockton. Fox now pierces in, gets the sign from Villa. Sets at the belt buckle, kicks up and delivers. Line shot left center field. Brown ranges over, makes a good play on that one. James Brown Jr. got a good beat on that line shot, gone the other way off the bat of Chris Berry. Fine play there by James Brown Jr. and Trent Turner to bat for Brockton. He popped out to Roberts to end the first inning. He bats here in the third. Two outs, top of the third. Man on second base is off with the pitch. Got a huge jump off of Brandon Fox. Absolutely nothing the Blues catcher could do there. He stole the bag before Fox even released the pitch. Now a pass ball can score the runner at third, but it's still going to take a base knock. Line shot to right center field. That one will get down in front of Lorenzo Arcuri. Another base hit and another run for the Brockton Rocks. They lead 3-0 through 2 2/3 off of Brandon Fox. Number 31, Ben Porter, who reached on an error by the third baseman Austin Chauvin his first time up, finds himself back in the batter's box. One ball and two, no strikes here. 1-1 right now as that fastball smacks the leather of the catcher Villa. Up with the right arm goes the home plate umpire. 1-1 to Ben Porter. Porter reached on an error and came around to score in the second inning. Delay steal. Throw down to second. They get him at second base. Delay steal tried there by the Brockton Rocks and Trent Turner. Villa throws him out, and this inning is over. Brockton does get another one here on the top of the third. Blues trail 3-0. Bottom of the third inning coming up next. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Bottom of the lineup here for the Bristol Blues. We're in the bottom of the third. They trail 3-0. Chris Villa gets his first at-bat in a Blues uniform. Number 4, Villa, the batter for the Bristol Blues. Takes the first pitch fastball, missing high out of the strike zone, 1-0. 1-0 pitch, bounces in there, picked up there by Anthony George, the catcher. 2-0. Coaching first base today for Bristol, pitching coach Jordy Shiner. At third, the manager, Pat Riley. Pat wanted to wish his father, Terry Riley, a very happy Father's Day from up there in Vermont. Villa shoots a line shot into foul ground at that last pitch. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Lineup will roll over after Villa hits into the hands of Lorenzo Arcuri. The 2-1 pitch is a changeup, misses low and away, 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike to the catcher for the Blues from Seton Hall, Villa. And the 3-1 pitch is in on the hands. Line shot into foul ground once again. Count stays full. 3-2 is on its way. Yet another foul ball, spoiling a lot of pitches at the bottom end of this lineup is Villa, really forcing Jake Hamilton to work. Hamilton now slowly kicks up into the motion. Full count pitch once again, bounces in there. He will take his spot at first base and now quickly scamper to first in hopes of advancing and turning to second. He thinks wiser of it, stays put at first base, leadoff walk, the Blues catcher Villa. Arcuri will step out, check the signs from skipper Pat Riley before getting into the box to face Jake Hamilton. Missing Blues outfielder Logan Green out here at Muzzy Field today. The Stash himself got his eye infected, a little bit of pink eye staying at home. Get well soon, kid. We can use that .392 average back out in the outfield any day now. Arcuri gets a first pitch fastball. He connects but lifts it into foul ground, 0-1. Picture perfect day for baseball here at Muzzy Field. A light breeze, 73 degrees, absolutely no clouds in the sky. Beautiful day to head out and enjoy a little bit of baseball. Arcuri stands in the right-handed batter's box. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking to start off the ballgame. Villa with the big lead off over there at first. Got that back foot right at the cut. Arcuri gets another fastball, this one in on the hands. Shoots it into foul ground once again. Count is now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to the Blues leadoff hitter and center fielder, Arcuri. Hamilton kicks up and delivers. Changeup on the outer third. Arcuri swings over that one. He goes down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. And Nick Conti now the batter for Bristol. Nick would like to say thank you to his dad, Craig, and his grandfather, Guy, for all the years of help and support when it comes to baseball. Says he truly couldn't be here today if it wasn't for you guys and your support. So thank you for that, because we love having him up here in Bristol. Hitting .316, providing some great defense over there at second base in the Blues uniform this season, Nick Conti. Pickoff move to first base, Villa back in there safely. 1 out in the inning, man on first, Conti the batter. He swings and rifles a fastball up and out of play, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is a changeup, missing low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks to be a 4-seam, 2-seam, and changeup being put on display today by the lefty from Raccoon, Kentucky, Jake Hamilton. Runner is off with the pitch, and Villa is cut down, attempting to steal second base. Strong throw there by Anthony George. Two outs, a 1-1 count to the Blues second baseman Conti. He stands at the back of the right-handed batter's box, strides out and lifts one to right center field. That ball is back. It'll get up and into the glove of the center fielder, Ben Porter. Great running grab over the shoulder. Onto the warning track went Ben Porter. Nick Conti put a charge into that one, but just a better play made by the center fielder Porter. The Blues are retired in the bottom of the third inning We head to the top of the fourth next. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Now batting for the Brockton Rocks to lead off the top of the fourth inning, Ben Porter. He was up as Trent Turner was caught stealing to end the top of the third inning. Caught stealing on a delay steal there by Chris Villa. Now the 0-1 pitch is a fastball. Caught the outside corner, called a strike, 0-2. Now Fox will get ready and kick up into the motion once again. He tosses a curveball in there way out in front, throws his hands at it, lunging on that front side is Porter. He gets a piece, just enough to stay alive. Count stays 0-2. Now Foxy looks in, pierces over the glove. Best impersonation of Roger Clemens here for Fox. Now kicks up and delivers. Curveball swung on and missed. He go. With that strikeout there, the lucky fans in Section B at Muzzy Field today win a free ice cream brought to you by Rita's. That'll send everybody home happy. But we want the Blues to go home happy with a W. They trail 3-0, top of the fourth inning, and the first pitch fastball is lifted high and out of play by Jake Murata. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, curveball grounded foul down the third base line. Karams now fielded by the Brockton Rocks manager. Count now 0-2. Fox ahead in the count 0-2. Elects to go with a changeup, check swing. Did he go too far? It looked like it. Infield umpire disagrees with me, 1-2. That last strikeout was the first strikeout of the game for Brandon Fox. Brought to you by the Shepherd Meadows Strikeout Club, courtesy of Yard Metals. Now a ground ball back up the middle, nicked off the glove of Brandon Fox, just enough to bat it down behind the mound. Charging hard was Nick Conti. He barehanded it, looked at making the throw to first base, however, elected not to. It'll be a infield base hit off the bat of Jake Murata, his second base knock of the day. doubled in the second, singled in the fourth. He's halfway to the cycle here at Muzzy Field this afternoon. Anthony George, the catcher, now to bat for Brockton. Huge leadoff over there at first base for Murata. Ground ball to third. Check that short. Play at second. One at first. Fielder's choice. Thought that was a good opportunity for Austin Chauvin to cut that baseball off and throw it to second to try to roll a pair. However, he gave way to Tyler Roberts, who feels it deep in the hole, flicks it underhand to Nick Conti. He made the throw over to first, but it was not in time. Fielder's choice gets Anthony George to reach first base safely. 2 outs in the inning, and the designated hitter in a very precarious situation. The designated hitter hitting 9, and his name just so happens to be Jackson Strange. Terrible broadcasting humor once again up here top of the box, but you work with what you got, and it's not very good right now. But the ground ball to third, fielded by Austin Chauvin. He goes the short way to second base. They get another fielder's choice off the bat of Jackson Strange. Force out at second base. Anthony George is out, and so are the Rocks. They don't score here in the top of the fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth coming up next. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Bottom of the fourth inning, Blues trail 3-0. Due up for the Blues, the third baseman, Austin Chauvin, Andrew Kendrick, and then the DH, Frankie Gregoire. Chauvin 1 for 1 on the day. Gets his second at-bat here in the fourth. Takes the first pitch fastball on the outer third for a called strike, 0-1. Hamilton slowly works into the motion. Now he will whip in a fastball. This one bounces in there. One and one. Chauvin tap dances home plate a couple of times, gets set, ready for the 1-1 pitch. Shoots a line shot to center field. That ball will get down. 2 for 2 today for Austin Chauvin. He's really got it working. 17 ABs coming into today, hitting .412. Now, as he goes 2 for 2, that average is just climbing, creeping higher and higher toward the 500 mark. Man on, nobody out for Andrew Kendrick. Short leadoff over there at first for Austin. Kendrick stands at the back of the right-handed batter's box, takes the first pitch, changeup. This one at the knees on the inner third, 0-1. Hamilton kicks up and delivers an off-speed pitch. This one just a bit outside in the left-handed batter's box there. Scraping the knees across the dirt was Anthony George to come away with that one. It is 1-1. Kicking up and delivering is Hamilton. The 1-1 pitch. Another off-speed pitch. This one misses outside. 2-1. Frankie Gregoire on deck for the Blues, number 31. Grounded out to short in his first AB today. 2-1 to Kendrick. Missing inside. 3-1. That 2-1 fastball missing inside. Kendrick slides the backside back, dips and ducks out of the way. 3-1. Hamilton will set. Kick up and whistle another one in there. This one off the end of the bat, grounder to second. Second baseman loses control of the ball on the transfer, trying to get it over to the shortstop. Dylan Cooper to turn two. Murata unable to do anything with it. That'll be an error by the second baseman, Jake Murata. The Blues have something working here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Frankie Gregoire, the batter, 2 men on, nobody out. Blues trail 3-0. Gregoire digs in, back of the right-handed batter's box, signaling time. Now the home plate umpire issues this game back on. First pitch to Frankie. Right at the knees, called a strike with that two-seam fastball, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Frankie Gregoire. Extending the lead off over there at second base is Austin Chauvin. Doesn't seem to be trying to relay any signs into Frankie as he takes the curveball that misses up and out of the strike zone, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out and 2 men on base. The Blues trail 3-0. Third baseman Chase Smart over here for Brockton, 1 step beyond the bag at third base. The 1-1 pitch catches the plate on the outer third, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Frankie. He awaits Hamilton's offering. And it's a fastball that misses inside. Smack the leather there. Did that fastball out of the left rocket of Jake Hamilton. Catcher George stuck it there for an extra beat. Home plate umpire calls it a ball. It's 2-2. First baseman Chris Berry deep off the bag there at first, letting Kendrick get as large of a lead as he would like. Before the 2-2 offering, Hamilton will kick up. Inside move to second base. Nothing doing. Chauvin back there safely standing up. Count stays 2-2. Now Frank gets a 2-2 fastball, lifts in the air to deep center field. Going back is Ben Porter. He will make the grab. Chauvin advances from second, bluffs, and the throw would have been right on the bag. Probably would have cut down Chauvin trying to advance 90 feet. He thought wiser of it, retreated back to the bag, and Gregoire flies out to deep center field. Christopher Morris, now the batter for the Bristol Blues. Morris with a base knock in the second inning. 1 for 1 on the day. Chris Morris hitting .273 on this young 2016 summer campaign. Hamilton utilizes a slide step here as he throws over a first pitch changeup. This one gets hummed over that outer third, called a strike. 0-1. Runners get their secondaries as the 0-1 pitch is a curveball. This one started at the knees and dropped off the table. Morris swung on top of that one. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the inning. Men on first and second base. Blues trail 3-0 to the Brockton Rocks. We are in the bottom of the 4th. On deck for Bristol, the shortstop, number 5, Tyler Roberts. 0-2 pitch is grounded softly to short. Barehanded play there by the shortstop is off the bag. Infield base hit for Christopher Morris as Dylan Cooper did his best to be able to make that play. However, it just wasn't enough. It was a chopper off the label. Charging hard was the shortstop, Dylan Cooper. He barehanded it through after taking one brief step. And now the bases are loaded for Tyler Roberts. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Blues trail 3-0, and Tyler Roberts stands in at the dish. First pitch swing in his last at-bat, laced a line shot, frozen rope single to center field. He takes the first pitch here. It is an off-speed pitch that misses outside, 1-0. Hamilton taking all the time in the world to get ready to set here. Gets a fastball into Roberts. He lifts it in to shallow left field. Making the play will be the left fielder, Trent Turner. So Roberts flies out to left, and that leaves up Jim Brown Jr. to bat with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning, and the bases still loaded. Jimmy Brown Jr. with an opportunity to plate a couple of runs here for Bristol. A base hit will most likely score 2. Kendrick off with the crack of the bat at second base. Base is loaded, 2 outs, and the pitching coach will now call for time. Well, Pops, I hope you're listening to this one at home. I wanted to read something I wrote for you earlier on. Thank you, Dad, for bringing me up around this great game of baseball. Thank you for teaching me that failure is inevitable, and it's about how you react to those failures that make you the person that you are. Thank you for sharing my first catch with me and taking me to Tiger Stadium for my first ball game. Thank you for pairing up with Ma to give me the greatest support system any son could possibly ask for. And just quite simply, thank you for being my dad. So get those golf clubs ready. I got some new Pro V1s sitting on my kitchen table right now. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. We got to at least get 9 in before the Bristol Blues take on the Pittsfield Suns. That brief conversation on the bump between the Brockton Rocks pitching coach is done. My ode to my father, and I wish you the happiest of all Father's Day, Pops. Have a good one. I hope you're enjoying the ball game. Jimmy Brown to bat here for the Blues. Bases loaded. He takes the first pitch, 2-seam fastball on the outer third, called the strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Jimmy Brown. He swings and lifts this fastball up and into the stands. No balls and 2 strikes. Brown is down in this count. However, that was a great swing put on that fastball by Brown. Oh-2 pitch on its way. Hamilton shakes off the catcher, George, once, now twice. Brown gets a changeup that skips away. He now advances to first base safely. A swinging strikeout there by Jimmy Brown will plate a run and give him an RBI. The runner from third was Austin Shaw, and he comes around to score. And the Bristol Blues trail 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now batting for the Blues, the catcher, number 4 from Seton Hall, Chris Villa. Hamilton looks in, taking his time, per usual. Now will set at the letters, scripted across the chest. First pitch fastball, outside corner, called a strike, 0-1. After that first pitch fastball is called a strike, Villa steps out of the box, regathers his thoughts, fixes his batting gloves, and checks back in. The 0-1 pitch fouled right behind home plate into the screening. The fans sitting behind home plate scamper out of the way of that one. 0-2. On deck for the Blues is Lorenzo Arcuri. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 looking and 1 swinging. 0-2 pitch to Villa, misses way outside and in the dirt. Good stop there by Anthony George. It's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Villa the batter. That fastball misses way up and out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The bases are loaded and deuces wild here at Mussey Field as the Blues trail by a pair, 3-1, bottom of the 4th inning. Two-two pitch is an elevated fastball that Villa swings right through. He will go down on strikes, and the Blues trail 3. This is Bristol Blues baseball, and the Blues trail by a pair, 3-1. Top of the 5th inning, coming up next. Fox is back on the bump for the Bristol Blues. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Brockton leads Bristol 3-1. 5th inning is brought to you by RGD Technologies, Precision Manufacturing Services. RGD Technologies. 1 ball and 1 strike. Batting for Brockton, number 26, their shortstop, Dylan Cooper. The 1-2 pitch bounces in there, check swing. He did not go too far. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Rock shortstop, Cooper. Cooper singled in the first inning, came around to score one of Brockton's 3 runs early on in this ball game. Foxy now fires in a fastball. It whistles in there and skips up off the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch grounded hard to Austin Chauvin. He picks it up, waist high bounce, flips it over to first base. 1 up and 1 down here in the 5th. First pitch fastball, foul ball off the inside part of the leg to Chris Villa. Looks shaken up after that one. He will hop around and stay in this ball game. Chase Smart was first pitch swinging there. Fouls it off and down in the count, 0-1. Defensively behind Fox here, still in this ball game. Andrew Kendrick at first base. Nick Conti, the second baseman. Tyler Roberts at short and Austin Chauvin at third base. Left field, Jim Brown Jr. In center, Lorenzo Arcuri. And in right, Christopher Morris. This one on the ground to Chauvin. 2 up, 2 down, both of them by way of a ground out to the Blues' third baseman, Austin Chauvin. Eric Feliz, the batter for Brockton. Batting with 2 outs and nobody on. He flew out to left in his first at-bat and grounded out to Tyler Roberts at short in the 3rd inning. First pitch swinging here, softly to Chauvin. He will pick it up, make the throw to first. All 3 plays to Austin Chauvin, the defensive machine over there at third. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Blues still trail by 2, 3-1. This is Bristol Blues baseball. They called any plain hot dog was a raw dog. Dog Central. Literally the best hot dog joint I've ever had in my entire life. Lorenzo Arcuri, the batter for the Bristol Blues, in the bottom of the 5th inning. He takes the first pitch fastball that misses at the ankles inside, 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Lorenzo. Shoots a ground ball right at the third baseman. Hard hit ball off the bat of Arcuri. However, it was right at Chase Smart. He fields it on a hop, flips it over to the first baseman. One up and one down. Nick Conti hit by pitch in his first plate appearance. Flew out to deep center field. A phenomenal play made there by Ben Porter. Backtracking to the track and over the head basket grab. Conti bats here 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch swinging. Lifts this one deep down the right field line into foul territory. Out of play. He got a hold of that one. If that one somehow stayed fair, it would have been extra bases for sure. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball right at the knees, called the strike. Good pitch there. Well located fastball out of the left arm of Jake Hamilton. 0-2. Hamilton's really got it working today. Pretty good command of the fastball and changeup. 2 featured pitches. That's a changeup right there. Swung on and missed by Nick Conti. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. Austin Chauvin, 2 for 2, bats for the Blues. Austin's had Jake's number early on. Third at bat, taking a first pitch fastball, missing low and inside, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 count quickly becomes 3-0. That fastball there bounces in and skips into the leather of Anthony George. 3-0 pitch taking all the way will be Austin Chauvin. I would be shocked to see the green light. The 3-0 is a fastball that is too high, missing out of the strike zone. Someone get this guy a bucket because he's throwing up. Andrew Kendrick now the batter for the Bristol Blues. 4-pitch walk to Chauvin. Man on first, 2 outs for Andrew Kendrick. Kendrick had the big blast last night against Wachusett. A 3-run bomb to put the Blues in the lead for good. They beat Wachusett 5-2. 1 ball, no strikes here, the count to Kendrick. Big leadoff over there at first base for Chauvin. Curveball bounces in there. George smothers another one. Still yet to see the first pass ball for Brockton. Doing a great job behind the dish is Anthony George. Another mound visit here from the pitching coach for the Brockton Rocks. Jake Hamilton may be struggling a little bit with his command here. 6 straight wide ones. Going to calm him down. He's had great control of his stuff. There's nobody up in the Brockton bullpen. This is his inning to work through. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning, it shouldn't be too much to ask for their starter to go 5 strong. Jake Hamilton, the 5'10", lefty, will be a sophomore next season at Kentucky, a native of Raccoon, Kentucky. And the batter, Andrew Kendrick, number 28, the first baseman from Youngstown State University and a Springfield, Missouri native. Kendrick takes this fastball outside, and that's 7 straight. 3 balls, no strikes to Andrew Kendrick. And the 3-0. Kendrick takes all the way 4 straight balls, and it looks like the manager is going to get up and make the call to the bullpen. I haven't seen anybody warming up this inning, so they must have somebody hot. Before Frankie Gregoire stands into the right-handed batter's box, he gets a brief talking to by Pat Riley. I wouldn't be surprised if skipper Pat Riley told Frankie if he gets a first pitch fastball he likes and can drive, to let it loose. A lot of power in the bat of Frankie Gregoire. The right-handed hitting designated hitter. Now in the box of the Blues, 2 men on and 2 outs. He did get a first pitch fastball he liked, and he gave it all he got, but he came up empty, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Gregoire. Missing, low and inside, 1-1. On deck for the Blues, number 14, Christopher Morris. The 1-1 pitch is a curveball that bends and nicks the outside corner just barely. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chauvin extends the lead at second base. He'll be off with the crack of the bat. The 1-2 pitch. Another curveball. This one left up and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Blues trail by 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Deuce is wild. Gregoire awaits the 2-2. Up and on its way. Fouled into the glove and dropped. No, not a foul ball. The catcher just missed it. Hits the glove, hits off the shin pad in front of him. He picks it up and tags out Frankie Gregoire. He goes down swinging. The Blues threaten but do not score in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th inning. Coming up next, this is Bristol Blues Baseball. Coming out of the bullpen in relief for the Bristol Blues this afternoon is number 6, Sebastian Demaro. Demaro, the reliever out of the University of Hartford, would like to wish his father, Jody Demaro, a happy Father's Day. Villa gets up, throws the ball down to second. He now trots out to have a brief conversation with Sebastian before we start the top of the sixth inning. Barry, Turner, and Porter due up for the Rocks. Tomorrow we'll work out of the windup, out of the bullpen. Rocks back into the motion and delivers a first pitch fastball that misses up and out of the strike zone, 1-0. Shadows from the pine trees laced around the outfield here at Muzzy Field are now creeping on to the infield dirt. Grounder up the middle, diving effort there by Tyler Roberts as the ball skips into center field. Leadoff base hit off the bat of Chris Berry, his second base knock of the afternoon. Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Trent Turner. Turner 1 for 2 on the day, popped out to second in the first inning and a base knock in the third. Takes a first pitch fastball right at the knees, inside corner. Couldn't paint a better pitch right there. DeMauro laces the fastball on the inner third, called the strike, 0-1. Sebastian sets. Now a pickoff move to first base. Kendrick will field it and give it right back to him. 0-1, the count stays on the left fielder, Turner. DeMauro chucks in a curveball there, not sure where it missed. Tyler Roberts says all day, and the Blues second baseman, Nick Conti, tells him it was a good spot. So clearly the Blues defensive alignment doesn't agree with that ball call. But it's all up on the umpire anyways. Count is 1-1. One ball, one strike to Turner. Blues trail the Rocks 3-1. Fastball, inside corner. Whistling that one in there was DeMauro. Creeping up on the gun there. Reared back, caught a little breeze on that one. Little extra miles an hour on that fastball there by DeMauro. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. A curveball swung on. Comes up empty. He got him on strikes. DeMauro picks up his first strikeout of the evening and the second strikeout of the ball game. Strikeout brought to you by the Shepherd Meadows Strikeout Club and the Whiz Kids. With every strikeout, $60 donated to Shepherd Meadows Therapeutic Riding Center, located here in Bristol, Connecticut. Pickoff move back to first base. Nothing doing. Chris Berry standing up safely. This fastball misses a little bit too far inside. 1-0. One ball and no strikes to number 31, the center fielder, Ben Porter. Line shot, grabbed by Tyler Roberts. A hit and run is foiled. Tyler Roberts was up the middle, made a running grab, and flips it over to first. Line shot, double play off the bat of Ben Porter. We head to the bottom of the sixth inning. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Bottom of the sixth inning, leading off for the Bristol Blues, the right fielder, number 14, Chris Morris. He is first pitch swinging, lifts this one high, up and out of play, 0-1. Now pitching for the Brockton Rocks, number 35, Nathan Grant, lefty reliever from Corning, New York, and St. Bonaventure. Second pitch of the at-bat to Morris is a curveball that hangs up and out of the zone, 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a fastball, tops out of the strike zone and on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morris takes his time to get back in there to face the lefty offerings from Grant. Time is now issued to Chris Morris. He will step out of the batter's box, adjust the batting gloves, grab a little bit of pine tar on the middle of that ball, or that bat, and get back into work. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, hits him on the knee. He will take first base. Hit by pitch, Chris Morris. Second Blues player today hit by pitch. Now Tyler Roberts to bat for Bristol. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Line shot single in the second, flew out to left in the fourth inning. Man on first. Nobody out for Tyler Roberts. Ty first pitch swing and grounder right at the third baseman. 5-4-3. That's a tailor-made double play ball off the bat of Tyler Roberts. A 1-hop grounder right at the third baseman. There's not much you could do there if you are Tyler Roberts. Hit it pretty hard, but it was right at Chase Smart. Flips it over to Jake Murata, over to Chris Berry, and that's a 5-4-3 double play. Quickly, that leadoff base runner is erased, and Jimmy Brown Jr. to bat for the Blues. The 2-0 pitch to Brown is a line shot to right field. It will get down. Jimmy Brown gets a base hit here for his father on Father's Day. 2-out base knock for Jimmy Brown. Now batting for the Blues, Chris Villa. Grant sets, pickoff move back to first base, and Brown is picked off at first. Villa will have to wait to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, the Blues get a base runner. Jim Brown with a 2-out single, put him at first. He was picked off, and we head to the top of the 7th inning. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Coming on relief of Sebastian Demoro is number 35, Sam Spatafor. On his way to Coach Rice College next year, Sam Spatafor. This pitching change, as always, is brought to you by Muzzy Field, the historic novel about this historic baseball venue, written by Doug Milan. Catch it online at Amazon.com today. First pitch out of the right arm of Spatafor. Misses the strike zone, called the ball 1-0. Second one is a curveball that bounces in there. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is a changeup. Showing great confidence in the changeup early on is Spatafor out of the pen. 2-0 changeup at the knees, dives low and inside right at that back right foot of Jake Murata. 2-1. This one now a 2-seam fastball in on the hands. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spatafor down in the count, 2-0, climbs back even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 curveball is whacked into left field. Jimmy Brown will field it off a couple of hops and fire in to the cutoff man, Tyler Roberts. Lead off base hit off the bat of the 7-hole hitter, Jake Murata. Man on first, nobody out, Blues trail 3-1. Pickoff move to first. Sliding back in there safely is Murata. The batter, Anthony George. 2 for 2 on the day. Couple of base knocks. Double play candidate is the catcher, George. Middle of the infield pitched into double play depth. Conti and Roberts. Your double play combination up the middle today for Bristol. In the bullpen, warming up for the Bristol Blues is number 24, Nick Silva. A lot of arms being used on this Sunday afternoon for the Bristol Blues. Spatafor bounces this one in there. It gets away from the catcher Villa. Advancing 90 feet is Murata. Two balls and no strikes as the catcher now goes out there to have a brief conversation with Spatafor to let him know what they're going to do as far as signs with a man on second for the first time while Spatafor has been on the bump. Two and 0, man on second, Blues trail 3-1. Anthony George at the plate. Ground ball to short. Roberts fields, goes to third. They make the play. He is out. They cut off the leadoff runner. Jake Murata went off the crack of the bat. Roberts fielded it, threw it to third. Chauvin over there at third base slapped the tag down. Murata is caught at third base. He is out. George reaches first on a fielder's choice. Jackson Strange now to bat for the Rocks. Pickoff move at first. Back in there safely is Anthony George. So Spatafor comes on in relief for tomorrow. Gives up a leadoff base knock, a pass ball, or a wild pitch, advances the runner to second base. A grounder to the shortstop. And they cut down Jake Murata at third. That leaves us to where we are now. Man on first base, 1 out with Jackson Strange, the designated hitter, batting for Brockton. Spatafor sets at the Blues lettering scripted across the chest before he chucks in a curveball. Uncle Charlie bends over the plate and eludes the bat, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Spatafor way ahead in the count as he issues a changeup inside. Able to get the barrel on that one was Jackson Strange. However, he was way out in front of that one. Into foul ground, the ball goes. No balls and 2 strikes. Ready for another 0-2 pitch is Spatafor. He sets, kicks up, and delivers. Curveball swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Jackson Strange. So there'll be a man on first as this lineup will turn over for Dylan Cooper. Cooper singled in the first and came around to score. Nothing doing since then. Flew out to right, grounded out to Austin Chauvin at third base. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Runner is off with the pitch. Throw down to second is in time. They got him. Villa gets another one. 2 men thrown out attempting to steal second so far. And it's stretch time at Muzzy Field. 7th inning stretch is brought to you by the Hummel Brothers, the official hot dog of the Bristol Blues. This is Bristol Blues baseball. Blues trail 3-1. (9-1-2) due up for Bristol here in the bottom of the 7th inning via Arcuri and Conti. Grant still in the ball game, coming on in relief of Jake Hamilton. Nathan Grant came on last inning. Did not surrender a run. He will face Villa here as he misses 2 balls and no strikes. Villa, catcher at Seton Hall, now with the Bristol Blues, sees this fastball miss outside. It's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to the 9-hole hitter. 3-0 pitch is a fastball right down Main Street here in Bristol. 3-1. Get me over fastball featured there by Nathan Grant. And then the 3-1 pitch is a fastball that looked to be up and outside. Villa thought so. Threw the bat over to the Blues dugout, was on his way to first before the umpire calls him back by way of a strike 2 call. Full count pitch. Lifted high, up and out of play, out of the ballpark. 3-2. 3-2 pitch, waved at and missed. Down on strikes goes via Lorenzo Arcuri, now to bat for Bristol. And the 3-1 pitch. Check that. Check the scoreboard. I don't know why I said it was a 3-1 pitch. It's a 3-1 ball game. And the first pitch to Lorenzo Arcuri is over for a strike, 0-1. Lorenzo is 0 for 3 on the day, but his fortunes will change with that line shot single to center field. Man on first. 1 out for number 17, Nick Conti. Pickoff move to first. Back in there safely. Standing up is Arcuri. Line shot single to center field there off the bat of Lorenzo Arcuri. Puts him at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another moment ticks by and another pickoff move to first base. Nathan Grant picks off to first. Nothing doing. Arcuri now gets an extra half a step. Utilizing the slide step here is Grant. Whistles a fastball over there on the outer third. Called a strike. 0-1. Now Grant sets, kicks up, and delivers. Curveball. Tossed in there and called the strike. The Blues faithful behind the dish, wreaking havoc on the home plate umpire right now. Did not like the 3-1 call for a strike with Villa, and now did not like that curveball. Called a strike to Nick Conti. Pickoff move bluffed there by the pitcher, Grant. Arcuri was back there safely standing up at first base, and now Conti's down in the count, 0-2. 0-2 pitch, missing high and outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to number 17, Conti. Conti is out in front of that changeup. Gets the front leg down a little bit too early. Kept the hands back just long enough to foul it and waste that good changeup from Nathan Grant. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Conti awaits with Arcuri, the man at first. Middle of the infield is pinched into double play depth. The 1-2 pitch misses way outside, 2-2. Double play combo through the middle of the diamond for the Brockton Rocks is Dylan Cooper and Jake Murata. No action up in the Brockton bullpen. This will be Grant's inning to work. 2-2 pitch is an elevated fastball. This one lifted high, up and out of play into the parking lot located behind home plate here at Muzzy Field. 2-2. Jake Hamilton went 5 strong innings, scattering 5 hits, only giving up 1 run. Grant came on relief last inning, gave up a pair of singles, but no runners home. The 2-2 pitch is a fastball that misses way up and outside. Pickoff move from the catcher, Anthony George, over to Chris Berry. Not in time as Arcuri is back there safely at first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 3-2-1. Runner is off on the pitch. Ground ball snagged at third base. Tough play across the diamond. Great play there by the Brockton Rocks third baseman Chase Smart. Conti hit it on the screws down the third base line. Smart ranged it over a step, made a sliding grab, and showed off the cannon he has of an arm over here at third. Rifles one across the diamond to Chris Berry, and Conti is cut down 5-3. Good at bat there by Nick Conti to battle, make this a 3-2 count, put one in play, and advance Lorenzo Arcuri to second base. The Blues threaten here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Austin Chauvin, the hot hitting Austin Chauvin, batting for the Blues. Chauvin 2 for 2 with a walk in tonight's ballgame. Off the end of the bat, slow ground ball to the shortstop, Cooper. He will charge hard, come up with the glove, and make the play to first. The Blues threaten, but do not score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Top of the 8th, coming up next. This is Bristol Blues Baseball. Towing the slab here in the top of the 8th inning for the Bristol Blues is number 24, Nick Silva. Silva, the hard-throwing righty for Miami, Florida, by way of the University of Maine. Pitching change, as always, is brought to you by the historic novel written by Doug Milan, Muzzy Field. Check it out on Amazon.com today. First pitch there by Silva is a fastball over for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch, yet another fastball. This one laced into center field. It'll skip down in front of Lorenzo Arcuri. He'll field it off a couple of hops. Leadoff base hit for the leadoff hitter on this Brockton Rocks lineup card today, Dylan Cooper. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Blues trail 3-1. This ball game was started in relief by Sebastian Demoro. Then he gave way to the next man up. After I get over to this ground ball to short, charging hard was Tyler Roberts. He was able to make the play over to first. Advancing 90 feet was Dylan Cooper, safely into second base. Chase Smart gunned down 6-3. It went Demaro out of the bullpen, then to Sam Spatafor, and now Nick Silva. Now batting for the visitors, number 30, Eric Feliz. Starting this ball game for the Blues was Brandon Fox. He went 5 solid innings, giving up 3 earned runs. Bristol got their lone run in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that is where we sit. Blues trail 3-1 in the top of the 8th inning. Line shot single. This one will get through and split the gap. Arcuri will field it. It'll turn into a double off the bat of Eric Feliz, an RBI double Plateau run And Brockton leads Bristol 4-1 late in this ball game. Man on second, 1 out. Brockton leads 4-1. This fastball missing outside, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Silva will set at the belt buckle, kick up and deliver. Fastball lifted high. Out of play down the third base line. Man on second base is the right fielder, Eric Feliz. Feliz plays his college baseball at Notre Dame, the sophomore from Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Eric Feliz stands on second after an RBI double here in the 8th inning. The 1-1 pitch is a changeup left way up and out of the strike zone. 2-1 to number 6, Chris Berry. Berry 2 for 3 on the day. A double, a single, and a fly out to his credit. Silva sets, will kick up and deliver. This fastball missing up and out of the strike zone. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strikes. Blues trail Brockton 4-1. Brockton with 11 hits in this ball game. The Blues with 7, just unable to get the timely hit so far. Or this Bristol Blues offensive unit. 3-1 pitch is a fastball, tops out of the strike zone. Umpire goes up with the right arm. It's 3-2. Full count pitch is a fastball. This one lifted into left center field this time. Base hits flying all around the yard here in the 8th inning for the Brockton Rocks. That'll plate yet another run, and the Blues now trail 5-1. Nick Silva coming into this ballgame throwing hard, just leaving everything over the middle of the plate, and the Brockton Rocks are making him pay for it. Trent Turner will now bat for the Rocks. 1 for 3 on the day is Turner. Very open stance. Will face Silva. Silva lets go of a curveball here, missing inside. He turns out of the way there. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Turner. Ball grounded in foul territory toward the Blues dugout. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to the left fielder, Trent Turner. Turner lifts this one in the air, deep down the right field line. That ball is hooking. It will be foul and into the bullpen of the Brockton Rocks. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Silva on the bump for the Bristol Blues. Middle of the infield is in double play depth with the man on first. Ground ball softly hit down the third base line. That one will trickle into foul ground. Count stays 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Silva comes set this time at the numbers, brings the hands up ever so slightly, and flicks in a curveball. This one swung on and missed. He goes down on strikes, does Turner. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. The batter now is the center fielder, Ben Porter. So Turner goes down swinging for the second time in as many at-bats. Ben Porter now the batter. He's 0 for 3 on the day. He did reach on an error by the third baseman, Austin Chauvin, in the second inning and played a run. He now grounds one to third. Austin picks it up, throws it over to the second baseman, Nick Conti, to retire Chris Berry with the force out. Porter goes down on a fielder's choice to third. But Brockton gets 2. As we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, the Bristol Blues trail the Brockton Rocks 5-1. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Blues trail the Rocks by 4. A big 2-spot put up in the top of the 8th inning by Brockton, and Andrew Kendrick leads it off for the Blues. First pitch fastball missing the strike zone, up and outside, 1-0. Kendrick reached on an error in the 4th inning and walked in the 5th. He's been on base twice safely. Still looking for his first hit of the ballgame, though. Count now 1-1 after that foul ball flicked off the bat of Andrew Kendrick. And the 1-1 pitch is an off-speed pitch on the outside half of the plate. Kendrick out in front, cues it off the end of the bat down the first base line into foul territory. 1 ball and 2 strikes for the Blues first baseman. Wide base for Kendrick, picks up the leg and now fires his backside through. Lifts a pop-up down that first base line into foul ground. Ranging over there is Chris Berry. He will come up with the ball and make the play. 1 up, 1 down, Frankie Gregoire now the batter for the Bristol Blues. Gregoire, number 31, the batter for Bristol. He takes a first pitch fastball, low, 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Gregoire. Takes this fastball up out of the zone as well. Now it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to Frankie is a fastball at the letters. He swings through it. Now the count is 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. A great fastball hitter's count here for Gregoire. He gets a fastball, but it's nowhere near the strike zone. 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch is lifted in the air down the right field line, up and out of play. Count now full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Blues designated hitter Frankie Gregoire. He gets a fastball at his knees, swings at it, hacks it into foul ground. Count stays full. Three balls and 2 strikes. Gregoire waits, gets a fastball that misses the zone completely. It'll be a 1-out walk and yet another base runner for this Bristol Blues offense. The Blues have had a base runner in every inning so far, but only able to plate 1 run. They get another base runner here. In the bottom of the 8th, Chris Morris to bat against the lefty from St. Bonaventure, Nathan Grant. Grant delivers a first pitch curveball, missing the strike zone, low and outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed there by Morris. Count now 1-1. Morris steps out, regathers his thoughts, now kicks into the right-handed batter's box. And the 1-1. Another off-speed pitch. Morris out in front of that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gregoire, the runner at first. Not much of a base-stealing threat. Blues trail 5-1. They do have 7 hits in this ball game. Brockton, however, with 12. Grant sets, working the first base side of the rubber. Delivers another curveball. This one off the end of the bat, up and over the head of the shortstop, Dylan Cooper. It'll get down in left field. Chris Morris has himself another base hit. He is 3 for 3 on the day and was also hit by pitch in the 6th inning. Tyler Roberts, the fan favorite, stands in for the Blues. A lot of family on hand here today for Tyler Roberts. Pretty cool scene before the game. He was able to catch the ceremonial first pitch from his father, sharing a moment here at Muzzy Field that will not be forgotten anytime soon on Father's Day. Roberts takes the first pitch fastball at the knees on the outside corner, 0-1. The 0-1 is smacked on the ground to the shortstop. It could be, and it is, another double play ball off the bat of Tyler Roberts. His last 2 at-bats, he's grounded into double plays. In the 6th, there was a 5-4-3 DP, and now it is a 6-4-3 double play. Well, the Blues are going to need the bottom of the 9th inning, and leading it off for them will be Jimmy Brown Jr., Chris Villa, and Lorenzo Arcuri. This is Bristol Blues baseball, and the Blues trail the Rocks 5-1. Jake Murata will lead off the top of the ninth inning. Brockton has the lead, 5-1. Murata, George, and Strange due up for the Rocks. Murata's been a pest for the Bristol Blues today. Doubled, singled, and singled again. He is 3 for 3 in the ballgame. Takes a first pitch fastball missing inside out of the right arm of Michael Munson, the new reliever in the ballgame. Munson, going to be a sophomore next year at Post University. Hails from Plainville, Connecticut. And always, this pitching change is brought to you by Muzzy Field. A novel on this historic field located in Muzzy Field, 102 years old. Check it out online at Amazon.com, written by Doug Milan. Munson hums in a fastball there. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Murata. The 2-2 pitch, fastball. Top of the strike zone. He swung right through it. Down on strikes goes Murata. Munson comes in relief and gets the first batter to come down swinging. Anthony George, now the batter. Number 9, George, the catcher for Brockton. Central Florida product is George. Kicking up and delivering is Munson. Fastball misses outside, 1-0. Munson checks in, gets the sign, kicks up and delivers. 1-0 pitch, fastball inside corner, called a strike. Paints the black there, does Munson. 1-1. Munson kicks up another fastball. Steady diet of fastballs out of the pen for Michael Munson. He sits around 90 miles an hour, can get it up to 92, 93. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Munson in control. Let's see if he stays with the fastball or decides to find something off speed. He elects to stay with the fastball. This one misses outside, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is a line shot over the leaping glove of the Blues third baseman, Austin Chauvin. George gets another base hit, his third of the evening, and Jackson Strange, now the batter. Strange struck out in his last at-bat. Munson looking to get him to roll over into a double play ball right now. Munson checks first twice, now delivers a fastball. He whips this fastball in there right at the knees, called a strike, 0-1. Munson sets, working quickly here out of the bullpen is Michael Munson. Now ahead in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is a slider. It bounces in front of the plate. Throwing the chest protector in front of that one there was Villa. He knocks it down, keeps it in front. George sticks at first base. The ball did not get too far away from the catcher. And the 1-2 pitch is a fastball that looked like it dotted the outside corner. Blues dugout releases an exhale. They thought that one was strike 3. It was not, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch is a fastball in on the hands. Bringing the hand straight to the baseball and lifting it out of play is Jackson Strange. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Curveball by Munson, and that was a dandy. Curveball on the inside corner, tied up the hands of Jackson Strange, and both outs so far in the 9th inning have come via the strikeout for Michael Munson. The lineup will roll over after Jackson Strange. Dylan Cooper to bat for the Rocks. Taking a first pitch fastball that skips across the dirt into the glove, 1-0. One ball, no strikes the count. Munson with a huge leg kick there. Peppers the outside corner, 1-1. Awaiting the 1-1 pitch is Cooper. He gets his foot down way too late. Is Munson is firing BBs in there at the glove of Villa. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. One-two pitch just misses beneath the knees of Cooper. Wanted that one there, did the Blues dugout, but it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blues trail 5-1, top of the 9th inning. Munson sets at the belt buckle, kicks up and delivers. Fastball dotting the outside corner, but the batter Cooper gets the wood on it, lifts it up and out of play. Count stays 2-2. Over there at first, extending the lead is Anthony George. Tried to get a curveball over there was Munson, but he left it up in the zone and it missed. Count now full. Would be surprised to see anything but a fastball to challenge the leadoff hitter out of the right arm of Michael Munson. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner is off with the pitch. Check swing. He went too far. Down on strikes goes Cooper. He got all 3 of them to strike out here in the top of the 9th inning. The Blues will bat down 4 runs. This is Bristol Blues baseball in the bottom of the 9th inning coming up next. Bottom of the 9th inning, Bristol Blues to bat, and it looks like we'll have a couple of pinch hitters coming in at the bottom of this lineup. Liam Scaffariello, son of Mark Scaffariello and grandson to Sal, wants to wish them a happy Father's Day today. And Jimmy Titus also getting loose to pinch hit for the Bristol Blues. 8-9-1 due up for Bristol. Brown, Villa, and Arcuri. And the new pitcher, the closer for the Brockton Rocks, Josh Smith. The 6'5 lefty from the University of Kentucky and a fellow Michigander from Saline, Michigan. Jimmy Titus will pinch hit for James Brown Jr. here to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. Jimmy Titus will stand in. His first at-bat of the ball game comes here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Smith works out of the windup. Lanky lefty hums in a fastball that misses outside. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball right down the heart of the plate, but just overpowered the recent high school graduate Jimmy Titus. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch misses out of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch to Titus. Swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nothing but fastball shown so far by Josh Smith. Throwing absolute heat out of the bullpen. The 2-2 pitch is a curveball, ties up the hands of Jimmy Titus. He swings right through it. 1 up and 1 down. Brockton now just 2 outs away from victory. Liam Scaffariello now comes in to pinch hit for Villa, the catcher. Big Scaff hit a ball further than I've ever seen at Muzzy Field last home game. A home run 415 feet dead center field in the dead zone that is Muzzy Field. An absolute moonshot. Let Scaffariello touch them all, and he gets the bat here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ahead in the count, 2-0. First pitch fastball by Smith, missed the zone outside. Second one was a 58-footer, a curveball that bounced in there before it hit home plate. 2-0. Scaff stands at the back of that right-handed batter's box and sees a 2-0 fastball. That's nowhere near the strike zone. 3-0. Blues need base runners. Scaff most likely going to be taking all the way. 3-0, right down Main Street, 3-1. Scaffariello could have just kept the bat on the shoulder, didn't even have to get going. You could tell by the way he was standing in the box, there was no way he was swinging at that 3-0 pitch. And the 3-1 fastball misses low and inside. That's 4 wide ones for big Liam Scaffariello. The lineup will roll over for Lorenzo Arcuri, and the Blues have a base runner, trailing by 4 in the bottom of the 9th. Well, the Blues have walked off twice already in this young season. Their last 2 home games both resulted in walk-off victories. They're going to need a couple of runs here just to get back in this ball game to put them in prime position for a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th. No balls and a strike here to Arcuri. Josh Smith ahead in the count, 0-1, and now 0-2 as that fastball paints the outside black for another strike. The 0-2 pitch is coming after Josh Smith steps off, gathers his thoughts, comes set, kicks up, and delivers. This one bounces in there and gets through the wickets of the catcher, Anthony George. Strolling into second base with a brisk trot is Liam Scaffariello. 1 ball, 2 strikes, a man in scoring position for the Blues. And the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. He did not go too far, and this one misses the strike zone. 2-2. On deck for Bristol, number 17, Nick Conti. Grounding one to the second baseman is Arcuri. Makes the play in the hole and a jump throw there. Good play by Murata. Cutting down Lorenzo Arcuri, Scaffariello will advance to third base, so now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Blues still trail 5-1. Conti facing Smith with 2 outs here in the 9th. This one misses low, 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Nick Conti, the second baseman from Orlando, Florida. He takes another fastball that misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Smith working very, very deliberately out there on the mound. Very similar to the starter today, Jake Hamilton. Hamilton really took his time with every single pitch. Deliberately would kick back into the motion, rock, and get going. Smith, very similar. However, he does throw the ball with a little bit extra velocity. Lefty reliever from Saline, Michigan, works the third base side of the rubber, kicks back into the motion. 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. With a man on third, the Blues trail 5-1. On the hook today for the loss for the Bristol Blues will be Brandon Fox. 2-2 pitch is a fastball lifted high off the screen behind the dish. Count stays 2-2. Fox went 5 strong innings, gave up 3 earned runs. And the starter for the visitors, Jake Hamilton, went 5 as well, gave up 1 earned run. 2-2, once again, lifted high, up and out of play onto Muzzy Street. Count stays 2-2. Going to need a heck of a 2-out rally here are the Bristol Blues, down 4 with 2 outs and a man on third base. Smith kicks up and delivers a curveball that misses high out of the strike zone. Count now full. Full count here for Nick Conti. The right-handed hitting second baseman works the back of the right-handed batter's box. 3-2 pitch misses outside. It'll be a 2-out walk for Conti, and Austin Chauvin now the batter for the Blues. Good at-bat there by Nick Conti, not throwing anything away late in the ballgame. Now with 2 outs in the 9th, the pitching coach is going to come out to have a conversation with the lefty reliever, Josh Smith. Not too sure what the pitching coach could be telling him, unless it's something mechanical that he can really pick out from the dugout. There's 2 men on. You lead by 4 runs with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Pretty sure the conversation's got to be something similar to throw a fastball right over the heart of the plate and let him hit it and see what happens. It was a pretty quick conversation, so that very well might have been it. Chauvin to bat for the Blues. He is 2 for 3 on the day with a walk. He's reached base safely 3 times. Liam Scaffariello, pinch hit for the catcher via walked. Finds himself at third base. Nick Conti just walked. He's at first. First and third. 2 outs for Austin Chauvin. One ball and no strikes. The first pitch curveball misses the zone. 1-0 pitch, fastball, outside corner, called the strike. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to Austin. He'll twirl the bat around a couple times, get set, and await the pitch. 1-1 is a curveball that misses up in the strike zone, now 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Fastball jumping out of his shoes there was Chauvin. That fastball was way up and out of the strike zone. Brings the count to 2-2. Fans getting into it here. 2 men on, 2 out. Blues trail by 4 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Chauvin takes this fastball up and outside. Now the count runs full. Smith really struggling with his command here in the 9th inning. There is no action in the Brockton Rocks bullpen. Absolutely nobody hanging out down there. Everybody in the bench assuming this game is over. But Smith is struggling, and Chauvin finds himself in a 3-2 count. Runner is off, and this is a ground ball at Marotta. He fields it, will make the play. Chauvin grounds out for 3, and this ball game is over. The Blues threatened in the 9th inning, however, are unable to score. They lose this one to the Brockton Rocks 5-1. Monday and Tuesday, both off days for the Bristol Blues, so you're going to have to wait till Wednesday to get back to watch some more Bristol Blues baseball. I am Brendan Kudla with you on the call today. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this Father's Day evening. This has been Bristol Blues baseball.